proud parent right now. Like, this is just like the vision of like, I want to do the engine-y stuff.
You feel like a proud parent. I feel like the forgotten middle child here.
I actually threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Thank you, Caleb.
Due to the amount of value on board here. It
Yeah.
was a truly disturbing amount.
Thank you, Caleb.
Are you allergic to value?
I think I might be allergic to value. This is a debilitating way to find
That's why
out.
you drafted a beatdown deck.
What's up, everyone? Why, it's Shuffle Up and Play. Today, the Proliferate Cube. Carmen, before we even introduce ourselves, what is this cube that you have brought for us to draft from today?
Hi, everyone. So today we are playing with the Proliferate Cube. This is a cube where dice are the most important thing, and the Proliferate mechanic lets you do different stuff with them. There's even counters on players. We have energy, we have poison counters, all kinds of cool stuff going on, and I can't wait to get to play some games with it.
And who will be playing in those games?
Hi, my name's Caleb Durward, aka Caleb DMTG. You can find me on Twitch, where I primarily stream Cube, but I'll do other formats when Cube's not around on Magic Online or MTG Arena. I'm the Season 1 champ of CubeCon in my local city of Madison, Wisconsin. Love it there. It's a great place.
Would you say Cube is your favorite way to play Magic
It's my
Gathering?
favorite way to play Magic. That's very easy to answer, yes. Yeah. Absolute favorite. It never gets old.
Why?
It's the best.
It's the most replayable format.
What makes Cube the best?
It's so many different formats wrapped up in one, right? Like, it's not just one curated environment. If you don't like that, you can do another. You can curate your own environment like EDH, where you're like building your own unique draft format. And then within that, you're building a different deck every single time. It never gets old.
It's so sweet. I have a friend who once said Magic is a rule set more than it is just an individual game, and I think Cube really embodies that, where you even get to do a lot of the fun of casual Magic, like you'll see in Commander. But the Cube list is the Rule Zero conversation. Everyone's kind of playing the similar game, similar power level, and it's just about hanging out with your friends and playing games.
It's also a neat way to be a designer as well yourself, because in some ways, a cube is like a set that you have designed, only instead of creating brand new cards, you've looked at every card in Magic history and said, what is my ideal draftable reprint set, and what would I put in it?
Yeah, right, exactly. This is something where I did this, actually, I came up with the Proliferate Cube right before I got hired by Wizards, and it was something where, in a lot of ways, it's like, combat focused, kind of based on a single set mechanic. Maybe this person has the chops to do actual Magic design,
Hi, I'm Haiyue. I am a leader of the VML, which is a community for people of marginalized genders in Magic. And I'm also a tournament broadcaster. So I'm actually going to be doing coverage for CubeCon, which is coming up later in the year. And I also cover some other tournaments like the Arena Championships.
So I really wish we had planned this better, this episode, because we could be telling people to check out CubeCon, except I think this episode's airing after CubeCon.
Every year.
Yeah,
every year.
CubeCon 2025, not a sponsor, just a convention where you can go to Cube. And I know we know who you are, but
we know. Okay,
we know. We've got reigning champion back here today.
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Carmen Klomparens. I'm a senior game designer over at Wizards of the Coast. You see my fingerprints on sets like All Will Be One, Modern Horizons 3, and even the Doctor Who Commander decks.
So you need dice then. I got you. I think, is this enough dice for the Proliferate Cube?
Yeah. We can use this many about per card.
So
we need more than this.
There you go.
Okay, I think we'll need to get some for Caleb, but yeah.
All right, good.
And then when you proliferate, you need to add one to each of these.
Yeah.
So you'd go like...
Okay, I'll put a 1.
Do you have a piece of scratch paper that I can tear into pieces?
Do you have a bag of those little marble glass token things people used to use?
We've got dice. We've got dice. So round 1, we have Caleb versus Carmen. We will be playing against each other round 2, and then the winner of round 1 will square off against the winner of round 2 to see who is the ultimate Proliferate Cube player of today. and just this day. Shall we shuffle up and play? Do you want to roll to... Oh, no, wait. You have another method of determining who goes
Caleb
first.
would like if we use the other method.
No? Okay. All right.
I'm anti-other methods.
So for anyone who doesn't know, for the cube process, I have everybody start with the card Cogwork Librarian. And when we play at home, whoever has the most Cogwork Librarians at the end gets to go first. But I think we actually have the same number, and y'all have the same number. So what if we just high roll?
And I'm anti-fun. No fun. Okay.
So be sure to check out Caleb's streams
Where I have no fun
fun.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Would you like to roll for high?
I would love to.
Nine's pretty good. That's
Nine's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
All right,
Right.
Proliferate, give me a 10. 7.
7. Oh, I'll play first.
Oh my gosh, great. Some people like to draw in limited, and I know you're a purveyor of smart things. So
Technically,
I
you
do
should
like to feel very smart sometimes.
technically you should shuffle your decks first and then, draw.
Oh, you're right. We should actually shuffle, and then we'll roll for first.
Are you supposed to shuffle and then roll for first? Oh no, you're just making a joke.
It was a
No,
joke.
just being
no,
She
very
wants to
funny.
re-roll.
I
yeah.
was. It would be advantageous for me to go first.
Very good joke. Very good joke. Very witty.
So my deck is one of the sort of quintessential things that I want to be doing whenever I draft the Proliferate Cube, and that is really leaning into the Proliferate mechanic. So my first pick was actually the card Fate Transfer. This is a sort of sleeper card from Shadowmoor that people don't realize can actually steal counters from your opponent's stuff, or even give away counters if you have bad ones. And I don't even think it was necessarily the strongest card in the cube, but it's one of my favorite ones to play with. Prof actually passed me Psychic Frog, this is one of the first cards that I ever took part in making. It's really close to my heart, and knowing that I'd get a chance to play it here on the show and everything was really meaningful to me. Towards the middle of the draft, I kind of spec'd on some white lands because I thought it was likely a slower Proliferate value deck might want to be able to play some powerful cards in other colors. I only ended up with a couple of white cards, but that's fine. Most of what my plan is trying to really just play a 2-drop early like that and then ride it to victory, or have a slower card advantage engine like Frasco Betrayal's Sting. Something like that can help me draw a bunch of cards, maybe Staff of Completion. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. I really enjoy a lot of the cards here. I got to work on a lot of these, and some of them are even really cute, like the Holiday Bog Humbugs and the like. Happy to see how this goes.
So my pack 1 pick 1, I actually got 2 picks because I used the Cogwork Librarian, Hangerback Walker, and Macias the Lunarch. These 2 cards are not like the 2 most busted cards in the cube or anything like that, but I really wanted to have a direction, a strong focus, and this just already put me in that lane, right? Macias growing things, spreading 1/1 counters, Hangerback Walker, one of the better things to spread 1/1 counters onto. I felt like I had an angle right from the get-go. Really, when I'm drafting a new cube, I like to have a direction early. I like to be able to like put the blinders on and just like focus on a specific strategy, and I had one there. The other turn that I Cogwork Librarian, I did it for Ornithopter and Unbreakable formation, and that was a spot where I was like, I think Ornithopter is actually very good in my deck. I had already had Venerated Loxodon, and Unbreakable formation also plays very well with a very low to the ground curve, so it seemed like there were 2 very key cards in my deck, and the Ornithopter definitely would not have wheeled. There were multiple people in a row that would have taken that Ornithopter. And then there was one other pick that kind of defined my draft. I was already in green-white, and I had almost no fixing whatsoever. I opened a very medium pack, and I saw the Acrone War, and I love this card. I love Acrone War. I've played it to death in Pioneer, and I've certainly played it in Cube before, and I was like, I could maybe try to splash this. I haven't seen any fixing yet, but it could come, and I sort of made the mana base work. Fast creatures, ways to mass pump them. Send them in. I'm keeping.
All right, I'm good too. Good luck.
You as well. I'm going to cast a turn 1 Acacian Javelineers. Blast from the Past. It is 1 mana 1/1 that can ping something exactly once by removing a Javelin counter, but if you proliferate it, might be able to ping multiple things.
Wow, Proliferate, creating more spears out of nothing.
The effect on the Acacian Javelineer within universe is just that they've thrown their sphere. Oh no, they can't have thrown their sphere. They're about to throw their sphere, and then suddenly a second one just appears, and if they don't throw it then, suddenly there's 4.
All right. I'm gonna
I
draw.
don't think Proliferate doubles.
Oh, that's right. Well, it depends. What if there was a doubling season in play?
You
What
got
then?
me there.
Oh,
You got me
yeah.
there, Prof.
All right,
Won
there you
it.
go. Swish. Yeah. Yeah. You aim at the king, you best not miss.
All right, well, let us know when he gets here. Well, the queen's not here. I'm just gonna play a tapped Hallowed Fountain, blue-white Shockland, pass the turn.
The urge to launch into play-by-play commentary.
Yeah, no.
Difficult
Shock
to,
myself to 18.
difficult to dispel.
Play a Luminarch Aspirant.
Oh, my goodness.
Every turn before I attack, I can put a 1/1 counter on one of my creatures. How shall we differentiate these counters?
You can, we need different, All of our dice are the same color.
Do you have other?
Hang on. Let's see if through the magic of editing, we can find dice of different colors. Can we find dice of different colors? Wow! Look at that! What an amazing effect that was. What an effect. It was like fire and like the cube, the lines drew on the screen and created a 3D cube. And in each face of the cube, you saw our faces. And then it appeared on Caleb's javelineer.
Gang, you don't have to.
I declare attacks.
All right, I declare a life total of 18 all.
Your turn.
All right, untap. Good one, good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. Not a good one.
Oh.
And what'd you put in the cube then?
Well, I put some
You're
lands
doubly
in
to
my
blame.
deck and thought I would draw less of them.
You built the cube and you built your deck. There's just like multiple layers of having no one else to blame.
Right, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
extremely washed at this point. I ain't as good as I once was, and I ain't as good once as I ever was either. But I think my play is forced. I'm gonna cast Mercurial Spelldancer. This is an unblockable creature. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, it gets counters, and whenever it hits a player, I can take counters off to copy the next spell I cast.
Okay.
You're up.
I hate to do this, Carmen, but your land was swamp and not forest.
Did I say forest?
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
I missed
It's fine.
I missed the
It's-
swamp for the trees. It's my fault.
Yeah, okay.
We'll edit in you saying swamp instead of forest. So
Perfect.
the lip sync might not be.
Oh,
a play
it'd
of
be
swamp.
even funnier if you just put the card swamp and
Yeah.
just like
Swamp.
swamp.
Well, here I'll give the audio like swamp. So you say I play
I play
a swamp. And what do you play, Caleb?
Swamp. Swamp Plains. Yeah, I'll play Plains for my turn.
Wow, you drew a plains? Lucky.
I'm playing a Johnny, Caller of the Pride.
I'm so dead.
Stop.
I'm so dead.
Ideally.
Relax, okay? I
I'd like to ping your 2/1 there.
was dead.
Ouch.
And then I'll uptick my Johnny, which can put 1/1 counters on up to one target creature when it upticks, to put a 1/1 counter on the Luminarch.
Great.
And then I'll have the Luminarch put a counter on itself. Servant for 3.
3 of them. I'm at 15.
Yeah, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna untap and draw. Good one, good one, good one, good one. Oh, give me a break.
Caleb's living up to his no fun promise.
All right.
I'm having a blast.
I'm gonna play
This is
a
good.
Mystic Gate. This is a blue-white filter land, and then I'm gonna pass the turn.
Esper colors up, huh?
It could be anything. It could be a boat.
I
You know
hope
how
it's a
much
boat.
we want one of those.
I'm going to play a Witch Enchanter as a land.
That
Witch
enchanter.
enchanter?
That enchanter.
Witch enchanter?
That enchanter.
My
Witch
God.
enchanter?
That enchanter.
Okay, no one-
First base.
Wait,
A Witch Blessed Meadow.
Are you gonna take damage for
I
it?
am. I'm going
Which
to
Blessed
15
Meadow?
I
life.
wouldn't say you're under pressure, so that makes sense.
Yeah. My life total, not the.
No one's gonna believe I didn't set that up. Everyone at work is like, did you get people to say the disenchanter thing? And it's just like, no, that's the joke.
Warden of the Inner Sky.
Excellent.
As long as it has 3 or more counters on it, it has Flying and Vigilance, and you can tap 3 untapped artifacts or creatures you control. Put a 1/1 counter on Warden of the Inner Sky and scry 1, but only as a sorcery.
Okay.
I have a lot of respect for it, playing in standard and stuff.
Stop casting stuff.
then I've got a-
Relax.
No relaxing. No fun, no relaxing. I'm going to play a Venerated Loxodon, which is a Convoke 4/4 when it comes into play. It's going to put a 1/1 counter on the creatures that convoked it.
No relaxing.
Exactly. No Loxodoning, yeah. That's
That's what I was going to say.
Wow, you should have said it faster.
I know. You snooze, you
You
lose.
snooze, you...
I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
Have the Luminarch pump itself.
Okay.
And Sirk for 4.
I'm going to cast Serum Snare. So this is a 2-mana instant that bounces a non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
Sure.
And if it was a small permanent, I can proliferate.
Okay.
So I'm going to bounce your Luminarch Aspirant. And unfortunately, the thing I wanted to proliferate on is in my graveyard. So we'll leave that part off, but I get to keep 15 of my life.
You can actually proliferate if you want to increase the counters on Caleb's cards.
Oh, God.
Wise
Okay,
words.
okay.
Wise words.
I'm good.
On my second main, I waited until the second main so I could feel very smart about this. I will uptick my Ajani and put another counter on my Warden of the Inner Sky.
I shouldn't think you feel smart because it was smart.
Yeah.
It's funny how those are related, you
Right,
know?
yeah,
It
it's
just
good,
comes
it's
up
good
all the
stuff.
time for you. All
Not
right,
always.
on to... Whoa! All right, I'm untapping and
Is that a
I'm
thumbs
drawing.
down vote for Caleb over there?
Another swamp. Good mana, good mana. I'm gonna cast Touch the Spirit Realm. So right now, this is an enchantment that when it enters the battlefield, I can exile a creature until this leaves the battlefield. I'm going to hit your Venerated Loxodon. And then I'm going to tap 1 for Bloodchief's Thirst. So this is one that can kill a creature or planeswalker with mana value 2 or less. In this case, I'm going to kill your Warden of the Inner Sky.
Good show.
And that is everything I can do. I'm trying.
What's your life total?
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Okay, not a very chill thing to ask, but I've got 15 of them for now.
The words no Magic player wants to hear. What's your life total?
It's always when you're a burn opponent, it's just like, you're at 8?
You see them going like this.
Yeah. It's the...
Yeah.
I'm going to replay my Luminarch Aspirant.
It's back.
It has
Back
returned.
again.
Somehow,
Again.
Luminarch Aspirant returned.
That's from Star Wars.
Oh
is.
my god!
Now, I haven't seen it, but it's all over social media, that joke that I'm like, I've absorbed it through cultural osmosis.
Wow, spoilers, Prof.
I don't know which Star Wars it's from. The new one.
The reason my my turn is taking so long is because I think it's actually very close. If you uptick a Johnny, you're getting a little bit of damage in, you're building your board, and you're getting closer to this like very threatening ultimate that spits a bunch of cats into play. But if I downtick it here, it gives target creature flying and double strike until end of turn. I could have Luminarch grow the Javelineers and for 8, put you down to 7. That's very, very tempting. But it could lead to my ultimate demise because I'm losing a bunch of board presence and a Johnny counters, and I would be getting a solid amount of damage in anyway. But let's go for the double strike thing. I'll give it a Javelineers double strike. Luminarch will give it a 1/1 counter.
My
and
life
then I'll attack
points
for
all gone.
8.
All right,
What?
I'm going to 7.
Then I'm done.
It always feels bad when you have to go to your spin down and you can't just like roll it over a little bit. You have to pick it up to find the new number.
Like a regular D20.
All right, I'm untapping Heart of the Cards. Just jump into a different game and help me.
Yeah.
Planes. Riftwing Cloudskate. So
Oh, man.
this is a 2/2 flyer that when it comes in, I get to bounce something.
Correct.
I am gonna bounce. I think I have to bounce your Acacian Javelineers here. And cross my fingers. You're up.
Ooh. I'm gonna get my ping counter back. my Javelin counter.
That's your one mispronunciation for engagement that you're allowed.
So, clip that. Comment, Javelineer. No, okay, you started to play a land and I go, oh, thank God. I needed him to brick, and then it was a green source.
It's a forest. My first green source of the game.
A real forest, not a voiced over swamp.
I will replay my Javelineers. Do a simple uptick. I could force you to jump with your Cloudskate, I believe, but instead I'm going to just uptick and then have the Luminarch pump itself. Attack for 3. I don't want to cash in the Ajani to force you to jump because then I lose my sweet Ajani card.
I'll go to 4. No blocks.
Because of this game, Carmen is going to be making massive updates to the cube.
No
Need to
cats.
take that card out.
Yeah.
Too powerful.
Next update, find a Johnny Caller of the Pride. Change to a 5-mana Johnny.
Your turn.
Okay.
In professional commentary, we would
Yes.
say Carmen is on the back foot. Really needs to find something now.
All right.
Backbeat words on the street, you know? All right. I'll play Pluto Delta. This is a fetch land. I'm going to sack it and go to 3.
Ooh.
Not my favorite. Not my favorite.
Greatness at any cost.
Any cost. Hopefully I even get greatness. We'll see. I'm going to get Scrubland. This is just a black-white duel.
Do you know what they say about people who play Scrubland?
Oh, it's where we belong.
No, it's a good land. There's a lot of good, intelligent players that play Scrubland. That's all.
Thank you.
I see that really meant something to you, Carmen.
No. All right, Vraska, Betrayal
Oh.
Sting. So, this is Vraska. Once she's been completed, could have cast her for cheaper, didn't. So she enters with a full 6 loyalty counters. She has a 0 where I can draw a card, lose a life, proliferate, say the secret word. She also has a -2 where she can turn a creature into a treasure. And it loses everything else, and it's just a treasure after that. I'm gonna go ahead and use that part of the Planeswalker to treasurize your Luminarch Aspirant. And that's all I got. You're up.
I think it's kind of sweet when she does that. It's like, okay, this creature is dying, but also it's like she's saying, you are a treasure.
You are someone that I
You're
shall
valuable.
place on my mantle, perhaps in my courtyard.
Yeah.
Now the javelins are still in. If you want to turn it properly into the javelins are still in the treasure box. Like the javelins don't go away.
Oh, this is the javelin.
Oh, those are the javelins.
These are
Yeah.
1/1
Oh,
counters.
well the 1/1. So the 1/1 counters are still in the treasure box.
Now I need to rip something good.
No, you don't. No. Be cool.
Wait, so it's a 2/2 treasure. That's the joke.
Well-
We'll edit all those other ones out or I'd look like quite an idiot. So it's a 2/2 treasure. All right, now we can go back. Yes. Anyway, take your...
Get me out of here.
You too are a treasure.
Aww.
There you go. See, now I can be like Vraska. That's like I've always dreamed.
Well, this is worse for me.
Oh dear.
Alexa, play Sandstorm by Darude.
Why is it always Sandstorm by Durward?
Dopamine off the charts right now. You didn't just untap and kill me, you know? It's just,
Yeah.
oh, you're saying I might get more turns after this?
Play a Hangerback Walker, which is a XX casting cost, enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters, and then when it dies, you get a 1/1 colorless Thopter creature token, and it can activate for 1 and a tap to put a 1/1 counter on it, growing itself, hanging back, if you will.
And I will. I hope you do too. I hope it hangs back forever.
And then I'm going to Bane Phase Unbreakable Formation. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. But if you play it as a sorcery, all the creatures get +1/+1.
But you played it as an instant.
No.
No? You technically could have.
No.
I didn't hear I played this as a sorcerer.
What's the game state right now? Could we get a check on...
Oh, with my Hangerback Walker on the stack, I play
Do I have priority? Man, how much mana's in your pool? Can I do something?
Uptick.
You can if you think you can.
Pump my Javelineers.
That's not in the rules.
Attack you for 3.
Well, goodbye, Riftwing Cloudskate.
Bye, Riftwing. Your turn.
We're drawing. Okay.
That sounded like laughter. That didn't. I don't like that.
Well, it's because it is bad.
Oh no.
So first, I'm gonna cast Ledger Shredder, one of my babies. This is a 1/3 with flying. When any player casts their second spell in a turn, including you, Ledger Shredder connives, which is draw a card and discard a card, and if it's a spell, put a counter on it. I'll then tap 3 for Staff of Completion. So this is an artifact that lets me pay life however I want, especially if I have more than 3 life to pay.
Oh, okay.
Relevantly right now, it's a second spell for the turn, so Ledger Shredder will go ahead and connive. I'll draw a card, and then I'll immediately discard it. It is a spell, so Ledger Shredder is going to get a +1/+1 counter.
Oh, you could pay 3 life to proliferate it.
That's true. And you know what? I appreciate that you see so many angles.
It's a way to stop him from technically defeating you. Well, it's a way to stop him from being the, you're in trouble.
I expect I'm going to need another treasure counter here.
That's true. I am going to go ahead and roll down Vraska, and I am going to help you treasure your javelin years a bit more. Perhaps in a garden.
And the javelins are still in the treasure chest.
Very good.
Yeah.
They're just a bit more decorative.
Yes.
As you were.
It's just time for it.
It's just a forest for turn. Oh, what a bummer. But I have this one. Eccentric. Sitting in hand.
Slow roll Durward.
3 mana, 1/4 toxic 1, and when it enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until an eccentric leaves the battlefield.
Okay, so, let's get a quick flavor judge ruling. The first mode of Staff of Confusion is pay 1 life, destroy target permanent you own. These are all my cards.
Right, sure. I see where this is going. And then I will simply uptick my Johnny and attack you for 3.
And that's gonna do it. Good games, Caleb. I'm really glad we got to play. We haven't played in a really long time. This is fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing your cube.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, so you and I are up next, and we are going to see which one of us will be battling Caleb for the title of Shuffle Up and Play Proliferate Cube Champion. Now, if I beat you, do I get your CubeCon status as Cube Master?
Yes,
or whatever it was.
I would.
What was your status?
I'll send you the trophy in the mail.
Cool! but I have to beat Haiyue first, so
Yeah.
let's find out.
Let's find out.
Welcome back, everybody, to round 2 of the Proliferate Cube Shuffle Up and Play. I am Carmen Klomparens, joined by Caleb Durward, observing 2 lovely players about to partake in glorious battle over who shall be completed. We have Haiyue Yu facing the Professor.
Yes.
So, who's going first? Are you ready?
I am ready. I did want to ask you a question. These are your sleeves as well, and everything in this cube is yours, but there's kind of this oil on them. I was just a little...
It's probably nothing.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
It's probably nothing.
It just seeped into my skin a little bit there. Okay, cool.
No, it's you get used to
Oh,
it. It's
okay.
fine. It's awesome.
Shall we roll for high?
Sure. Let's do it.
7, the most commonly rolled number.
Great job.
Oh, you rolled a 10.
Perfectly average.
Woo!
Let's go.
All
You
right.
know what? You're gonna make a great addition to people who win games of Magic. You're very powerful.
Everyone should get good like me.
All right, shall we shuffle up and play?
Let's shuffle up and play.
That's the name of the show.
No, you.
How much shuffling should we do? Should we just shuffle?
Like, how you proper shuffling is 6 times, right?
7, I think.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, if you know that it's 7, why'd you?
7 is the number of just bridges, right? To technically randomize the deck.
Yeah.
There's more than 7 bridges in Portland.
That's neat.
Yeah,
That's a fun.
we got a lot of bridges.
I would like to subscribe to
Yeah.
Bridge Facts.
That is a fun fact.
I can also give you a lot more detailed facts about Portland, or I could give you the shorter version, which is the abridged version. Anyway, you can cut me anytime you like.
Wait, but you said there were several bridges. So how can they be abridged facts?
Oh,
Wordplay.
wordplay.
Card play.
Shuffle up.
And play.
The family is complete.
So,
Is
All
what?
right, I'm taking the play. Oh, and I'm gonna keep.
so I am in 2 colors,
Okay.
and while I have a lot of land, I'm missing one of my 2 colors. But the cards that I have are kind of, Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but I got this.
That's a cool one. So, but the thing is theoretically you're gonna have to draw at least 2 more lands to cast all your spells, and you're not gonna be stoked if you play a game where you have 7 lands.
I'm already shuffling.
Right.
I'm already shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling.
Welcome back to Shuffle Up and Shuffle Up and Shuffle Up and Play.
I would like to get a judge ruling on whether making a facial expressions counts as outside existence.
Well, you're allowed to ask your table buddy for advice.
And I get Caleb? Great.
Wow.
I would also keep.
Thanks.
You sounded very confident, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
No, I mean, it's good hand. It's good hand.
Oh my.
We're gonna use that.
Wait.
No lands, 1 land.
That lets you cast all your I think this is fine. You have 2 of them? You have strong cards in your hand is my whole thing.
Want to.
All right.
Look at his face.
I gotta put 1 back though.
The artifact.
I did not ask you for. All right. I'm putting 1. I'm not showing anybody which one I'm putting back.
Hypothetically, which land would you play first?
For round number 2, it's Haiyue versus Carmen.
Okay, so my deck ended up vastly different than my first pick. I was tempted with Yahenni. I know Carmen said that mono black vampires was a thing. I saw Yahenni there, but I could not help but go for that Hydra. I'm just picturing Proliferate, Hydra heads, and then every pack I got past was vampires, some even in black and white, and I just decided to roll with that. And amazingly, to my delight, Yahenni wheeled, and I actually got Yahenni. In addition to Yahenni, I got a bunch of 3-drops and 2-drops. There's all kinds of great sacrifice outlets in here. I got Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord, who gives all of my creatures and planeswalkers lifelink. And I love things like the Archangel of Thune, Angel of Invention. This Archpriest of the Shadows is cool too. I just love this deck. I feel like it's Orzhov, vampires, good stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Pack 1, pick 1, I took Flux Channeler, thinking I was gonna do non-creature spell stuff. And then obviously I then spent the entire rest of the draft taking only creatures. And that's because pack 1, pick 2, I got past Atraxa. So I actually used my Cogwork Librarian to take Atraxa and Flooded Strand out of the pack because I knew that if I took Atraxa, I was gonna need to draft a lot of mana fixing. And that's what I did. I actually spent, I think, 10 picks on taking dual lands just to make sure that I can cast her and all of my other multicolored creatures and spells very well. So this is a pretty classic, I think, pile of stuff that gets counters. I have Long Tusk Cub, Basking Brute Scale, a lot of the adapt creatures, evolved creatures. You know, I really kind of wish I had a little bit more removal. I don't really have a lot of interaction, but I'm hoping that my creatures are going to get big enough and scary enough that they will just run over everybody else.
You are on the play, I believe.
All right, okay, I am gonna start off with a tap land. It's Restless Vinestalk, and it can become a creature later.
All right. Not a land. I am gonna play a swamp.
Damn, you bluff so well.
Yes. And I'm gonna tap for a classic. It's Carrion Feeder.
Ooh.
This is a 1/1. It can't block, but I can sack a creature to put a +1/+1 counter on Carrion Feeder. Pass the turn.
Draw for the turn. I am gonna play a forest, and then I'm gonna play a 2-drop. Basking Brute Scale. So this is a 2/2. It can adapt, and importantly, whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, I get a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn creature that I can sack with mana. Pass the turn.
All right. Not a land. All right.
That's what they call him.
Prof's playing the top card of his library revealed.
I'll play a Fetid Heath, and we're gonna do double black for a, how do you do, a very cordial vampire, very cordial looking vampire there. When cordial vampire or another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire I control. Nice little combo there with Carrion Feeder, who can actually sacrifice itself to itself. Pass the turn.
Draw for the turn. Oh, hello. Yeah, I mean, that's close to the voice I would expect this card to be.
Oh, wait, hold on. I have to know which card it is. Oh, it really is.
It really is, isn't it? We have a cordial vampire.
How do you do?
Okay, yeah. Cordial vampire who's gone to finishing school.
Yes.
And the Carrion Feeder.
That's they're
Creature that has not gone to finishing school.
those are the two.
Yeah, going to combat.
Okay. I shall let it through.
Okay, take 2.
All right, I take 2, go to 18.
All right. I'm going to play a land. It's going to be another forest. Evolution Witness. It's a 2/1, and when it gets +1/+1 counters put on it, I can actually return cards from my graveyard to my hand. Faster.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
We did it.
There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do here is I still need the double black from the Fetid Heath, and then from the Plains for a lovely little card here, it's Drana, Liberator of Malakir. This is flying first strike 2/3, but whenever Drana deals combat damage to a player, put +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature you control. The only thing it's missing is haste. So for now, 2/1, huh? 2/1. Move to declare attackers.
Go
Move
ahead.
to declare attackers. I'm going to attackers you with my Carrion Feeder.
With your Carrion Feeder.
Yes.
I am not going to block. I'll go to 19.
All right. Pass the turn.
I always like it in Magic when both players are attacking and not blocking, or it's like the race and it's just like, okay, one of us is right.
I'll draw for the turn. I am going to play a Tireless Tracker.
Oh dear.
So Tireless Tracker is a 3/2, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, I'll investigate, which means I'll make a clue token. And also whenever I sacrifice a clue, it will get a +1/+1 counter. And do something pretty classic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow it up with a fetch land.
Whoa!
So when this land comes in, I'm going to investigate and make a clue. Thank you. And then I'm gonna immediately sacrifice my Flooded Strand. I'll take 1. 18. I'm gonna get Tropical Island.
Mm-hmm.
So when this comes in, Tireless Tracker will trigger again.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
get a second clue.
No, I know I told you to get a clue, but I didn't mean like this.
Oh, well,
On behalf of the college, let me say you don't need clues where we're sending you.
no? Wait, where are you sending me?
0 life, baby.
Okay, all right. Would you like to cut?
I'll give you the LGS cut. Look at that.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Boom.
I didn't want that card anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, you just scried for our opponent.
All right, Prof. So how law-abiding do you think you're?
What do you mean? What does that
what I'm
mean?
just saying is that I'm
yeah.
going to pay a blue mana,
Yeah.
and I'm going to turn one of them into a legitimate business person.
Ooh, yes, of course,
1/1.
doing some very legitimate
Very
business.
legitimate. I'm going to read Drana. Can I read Drana?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just tell me? Okay, what does Drana do again?
You can read Drana.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Reading the card explains the card.
Well, sometimes.
This time, reading the card explains the card.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm actually going to put Witness Protection on Drana.
Okay, so Drana is under witness protection, which means she loses all abilities and is a green and white citizen creature with base power and toughness 1/1, and she's now named legitimate business person.
Yes.
So she's just a legitimate business person. She's
Yeah.
just a legitimate business person. Okay, there she is.
I'm going to go to combat.
All right.
And I'm going to attack with Basking Busco.
All right. I am going to just let it through.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go to 16.
All right, then I'll pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Look at that. Boom. Never didn't have it. And that's great because I've got a 4-drop. I've got a 4-drop. It's a really cool 4-drop. It's Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. Even though this is a planeswalker, it's got this ability that's in play all the time that affects other cards. Real good. As long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. I can +2 it so that it deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, or I can -X it to return target creature card with converted mana cost X from my graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sacrifice my legitimate business person to the Carrion Feeder. This causes a couple triggers. The Carrion Feeder is going to get a +1/+1 counter, but the Cordial Vampire is also going to give each vampire I control, which unfortunately, well, technically Sorin is a vampire, right? It doesn't say vampire, but Sorin should get a Proliferate up, right? In flavor-wise.
Can we get a flavor judge on
Flavor
this?
judge. All right. Sorin doesn't go up, but the Cordial Vampire does go up as well. So I've got a 2/2 and a 2/2, and they both have life link. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring Sorin down to 1 to return Drana from my graveyard to the battlefield. So Drana's back. Okay. And Drana is also a vampire in addition to being a vampire ally. So it's a vampire ally vampire.
Vampire, ally, vampire. Or vampire squared.
Right.
Ally.
do I want to swing into this? It's a 3-2 and a 2-1. I'm going to say the carrion feeder is coming at you.
Okay, I will not block.
Ooh, all right. I go up to 18.
All right, I'll go down to 16.
Pass the turn. Creatures attacking is how I like to win.
That's probably.
Well, that
Big
creature
thing
in
for me
particular.
is I know a card in your hand that makes Soren better. That is the only thing that had me like, yeah.
All right, I will untap my lands. Draw for the turn. I'm gonna start off by playing Verdant Catacombs. So I'll trigger Tireless Tracker, make another clue. And then I'm gonna immediately crack my Verdant Catacombs. Go to 15. I think I will fetch Bayou.
Oh. What? No black border on the bayou there? Come on! I thought you loved this cube, Carmen.
Yeah, here I am with what 8 out of 10 FBB duels. Or
Wow,
something.
only 8 out of 10
I've been working on this
FBB.
for like 5 years or whatever it is.
I didn't know we were drafting a cube made for poor people, that's all. I just wish I had known.
We're down by the bayou.
We're down by the Bayou. I have 4 clues. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap the Bayou for black and a forest. And I'm gonna play one of my favorite cards, a Winding Constrictor.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna adapt Evolution Witness. And because a Winding Constrictor is actually gonna come in with 3 counters instead of just 2. And whenever 1 or more counters are put on it, I'm gonna return a permanent from my graveyard to my hand. And you guessed it, Witness Protection is coming back.
Come on!
So, because I have very smartly left up 1 blue, I'm gonna use that to cast
You've
Witness
gotta be
Protection.
kidding me.
Drona has witnessed grotesque things, Prof.
Yeah.
She needs to be protected and
Right.
enter into some legitimate business.
Cool.
So yeah, now I'm gonna go to combat, and I'm gonna send Tireless Tracker and Evolution Witness both at Soren.
So what we're going to do is we're going to declare blockers, and I'm going to actually block your big 5/4 thing with my legitimate business person, and then I'm going to block your tireless tracker with my cordial vampire. How do you do?
Okay.
But we're not done greeting each other yet, because I have some actions after blocks have been declared, but before damage is dealt, because my carrion feeder is going to feed upon my legitimate business person.
What's the sound effect for that?
Oh my, I'm being fed upon. Oh, I'm being fed upon. I'm being turned into carrion? Yes, I am being turned into carrion. Now, player may carry on. So we've got some triggers from that. The carrion feeder goes up, but I'm more interested in the cordial vampire going up. I'd like it to go up further though, so I'm going to have the carrion feeder feast upon itself. It just ate itself. You can do that. There's art of the thing that's eating itself, right? Cordial Vampire triggers off of that, and it becomes a 4/4. All right, and we can move to damage now.
Okay, let's go to damage.
All right,
So Tireless Tracker's gonna die.
and my Soren is going to live.
All right.
Yeah, and because your tireless tracker died, I get another counter, up to 4.
Okay, I'll pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Look at me, count it up.
Wow.
All right. Oh, I've got 2 heaters here.
No,
So
don't do it.
one of these cards. So Carmen was indicating to me one of these cards works with Soren, and I'm not sure. Let's see if I can pick. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out which one of these 2 cards works
Which
with
one's it gonna
Soren.
be?
Okay. That I think. All right. Am I correct? Tolarian Tutor, that this is
That's
the
the
card?
one I was-
Oh, look at that! I
yeah,
paid
yeah.
attention. I learned so much reading those Tolarian tutors that we developed with Carmen that I became a better player by teaching people to be a better
Basically,
player.
like a bunch of your things are you're like, yeah, like, that's good, right? It's like, no, you're crushing it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're just doing it.
Yep. All right, so what I'm going to do is double white from the Fetid Heath and 3 additional for an Archangel of Thune. This is a 3/4. It's got flying, it's got lifelink, and whenever I gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. Time to uptick Soren. Now, Soren's going to do a damage to you.
I'll go to 14.
And since Soren is a planeswalker with lifelink, try and figure that one out, I actually gain a life and up trigger on my Archangel. Whenever I gain a life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. And that's each creature, not each other creature, so the Archangel actually gets a counter from that as well. It's coming to greet you. Hello, is anyone here? We'd like to have some tea and beer.
Okay.
Or blood. Probably blood.
Probably
Your blood.
Probably.
Your blood.
Okay, my blood.
And it has lifelink.
specifically?
Well, it has lifelink because it's Soren is doing all kinds of things.
And he's British.
What grade do you give do you give my British accent as a Brit? As a Brit, what grade do you give my British accent? Hello, I'm here to have a spot of tea.
Would you like me to be nice to you because I'm on your show?
Yes.
Okay.
My word. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop this before everyone from the United Kingdom unsubscribes.
Now I feel like I have to represent everyone from the United Kingdom.
By chump
Yes.
blocking.
By chump blocking. No. Stop putting words in my
We
mouth.
were so close. We were so close.
I'm not a chump.
No, they are.
No, they're not chumps. You take that back. I am not gonna block.
You're not gonna block.
Yeah.
I've got a trigger. We get another counter here and another counter here.
Not that many. You just went from 1 to 5.
Oh,
It should have 2. It should go from
Wow.
1 to 2.
you caught that. You caught that, did you? Look, I'm in English. I'm an English major.
No, it's fine. You had to try and make it have 5 power. Like, I see how you got there, but
No, it actually says whenever you gain life, put 4 plus 1 plus
Right.
1 counters
listen,
on.
do you know how hard it was to make a cube where Archangel of Thune doesn't go infinite? There's no spike feeder, there's no nothing. It's just a normal magic card.
All right.
All right, I am gonna now pass the turn.
All right. I'm gonna need some help here, so let's see what I can do.
Well, you got Caleb.
All right, Caleb, can you make me draw a good card?
She needs real help. This is.
Okay. Well,
Did he
that's a
make
card.
Did he make you draw a good card?
Oh god, there's
did not.
nothing worse than when someone is just like, that's a card. It's just like,
I will say that it is a good card because it is the third duel. Savannah.
no.
Lucky.
Chill. Be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool. All right. No, it's good. I'm cool. Going to combat.
You may continue to combat.
All right. I am gonna send evolution winners at Sarin.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Now, I feel like it's a trap for me to. That's a Star Wars thing too, by the way. I learned it from cultural osmosis.
So yeah, this is when your inner Akbar becomes your outer Akbar.
I don't know what that means, but
It's like the advantage bar. But
It's the guy who says the line.
oh, it's the guy who says the line is inner Akbar. All right. So,
Oh.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
all right. Well, as inner Akbar would tell me, I should be wary of the fact that you are swinging into my 5/6 with a 5/4. I'm gonna make you have it.
Okay.
I want to protect Soren at all costs. I'm gonna make you have it. Have it. I block.
Okay. Go to damage.
Yeah.
All right. So
You fool!
fell for my trap. Okay. So evolution witness is gonna die.
And because your witness died, I get another counter going from 6 to 7. So I'm gonna gain how much life? 5 life again?
Yeah, you can gain your life.
Trigger
Yeah. Trigger.
off of the Archangel.
All right. Okay. Second main phase.
Okay, great. Wow.
All right.
It was not an inner Akbar after all. It was it's an outer.
All right. I'm gonna tap 2 from Mono Scallion. It comes in with
There's
a
the
plus 1
outer
plus.
Akbar.
It comes in with a +1/+1 counter, but it's actually going to come in with 2 +1/+1 counters, thanks to Whining Constrictor. And I can pay 1 to remove a +1/+1 counter from it to deal 1 damage to any target. And then I'm immediately going to pay 2, take 2 counters off, and do 2 more damage to the arc.
Oh! And it already had 5 damage done to it, and so even though it's at 7, it is dead so.
It is dead so.
That took
Ooh!
everything to deal with this.
It took everything
It
from
It
me.
did take everything, but at least I live for now. Okay, and then I think I am just going to pass the turn.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and drawer. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I feel like that's a bad sign.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's not
good.
a sign.
It's the funniest card he could have possibly drawn.
Oh no, that's not.
Should I just bring that out?
I'm gonna keep it a stack. It's the wrong play, but you should do it. No, trust. It's a Haiyue specific joke.
Oh, no! No! It's not! No!
See? That's what I'm saying. It's her favorite
Wow.
card, and you should kill her with it.
Wow. That's so cold.
That is so cold.
Ice cold.
I feel
You do
like-
what you wanna do. You do what you wanna do. You do what you wanna do.
All right, that is a good card. But what I'm going to actually do is I want to bring back another big flyer. Yes. So this is a Angel of Invention. It's got flying, it's got vigilance, it's got lifelink. It's a 2.
Not again.
Yes, again. It's also got Fabricate too. I can either create 2 servos or put 2 counters on it. I think I actually want the servo tokens.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and go down -X, where X is 1, to bring back my carrion feeder.
Ooh, and now it's a vampire too.
And now it's a vampire. It is a vampire, which means anytime it eats something, it's going to actually get 2 counters thanks to the triggers from my cordial vampire. And I think these servos are already not long for this world. They're gonna get gobbled up.
Okay.
So we've got some triggers here. My cordial vampire is going to go up 1 and then 2. And my carrion feeder is going to go up 2 and then 4. Then I'm gonna move to declare attackers. Cordial vampire with lifelink is coming your way.
With 4 blocks, I am actually going to pay 2 to adapt my basking brew scale.
Okay.
It's going to adapt 1, so because of Whining Constrictor, it will come in with 2 +1/+1 counters. And I'm going to make a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn token. Then I'll go to blocks. I will block with the Eldrazi spawn, and I'm actually going to sacrifice it before damage.
Okay.
That way you don't gain your life.
Oh, come on.
Look, Prof, you're already at 30.
All right. Well, very well. Well played, well played. And that's going to be it for me. I passed the turn.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to need some help from my deck. So, what was it, Carmen? Good one, good one, good one? That's what I'm going to say?
It didn't work for me. Don't take my
All right,
advice.
okay. Should I just flip it?
Just flip it. Just get the cruel tomato. Oh!
What is?
Wait. Hold on.
Okay. Tap him.
Okay.
Tap him.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna pay 6 mana for Sweet Gum Recluse. It's an 0/3. It has Cascade, and it has Reach. And when it enters the battlefield, I can put 3 +1/+1 counters on each of any number of target creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. So this is still in the stack, and I'm gonna Cascade off the top.
Half the time I'm on this show, some wild cascade, like Gavin with the doctor.
I'm just gonna.
We have quite the history. We have quite the history with Cascade.
Just flip it. Okay, all right. So first card, Flooded Grove, not that. Second card, Contagion Engine, which I don't need right now anyway, because that is not helping me. All right, third card. Oh! Wow, how are the cards?
You are a natural Phyrexian. You will make a great part of the completion.
Wow, so I've never wanted anything more. All right.
Excellent. And you never will.
Completion is forever. All right, so I guess Atraxa comes in.
Oh, I guess. I suppose.
And she's a 4/4 Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. And at the beginning of my end step, I get to Proliferate. And then I guess Sweet Gum Recluse is gonna come in. And when Sweet Gum Recluse comes in, I'm gonna put 3 +1/+1 counters on each of any number of target creatures that entered the battlefield this turn. For those that are counting, that's Atraxa plus the Sweet Gum Recluse.
Okay, sure.
And because of Whining Constrictor, it's actually gonna be 4 counters each.
Wow, we're so happy and excited. It's so great. Atraxa.
All right, I'm gonna put the rest of the Cascade cards on the bottom.
What happened to your cordiality?
Ooh, Atraxa. Oh, I'm so glad Atraxa's here. Yay.
Okay, well, that changes things.
Do you think?
Understatement of the century
Take
here.
your time.
All right. Okay, so I do see that the carrion feeder can't block. So I am going to go to combat.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to send Whining Constrictor and Basking Brew Scale both at Sorin.
All right, Soren's gone.
All right.
There you go.
Finally.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Finally. Get
Boo-hoo. Yeah, isn't it awful when an overpowered card like Soren is in play? We would hate for there to be an overpowered card in play. Hate it. Yeah, good. Okay, now it's nice fair magic.
I'm glad we can agree. I'm glad we can agree.
I can't believe 6 mana cards are stronger than 4 mana cards.
Wow.
Who would do that?
Wow.
Who makes these things?
Yeah, who makes these things, Carmen?
Who does this?
And I'm gonna go to the end of my turn, and because I have Atraxa at the beginning of my end step, I'm gonna Proliferate. These are each gonna get 2 more counters thanks to Whining Constrictor.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And because I put counters on Basking Brute Scale, The spawn is back.
God.
This is like I feel like a proud parent right now. Like not of you, just like this is just like the vision of like I want to do the engineering stuff. I want to feel like I'm assembling like a almost just like a machine. It's super cool.
You feel like a proud parent. I feel like the forgotten middle child here.
I actually threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Thank you, Caleb.
Due to the amount of value on board here. It
Yeah.
was a truly disturbing amount.
Thank you, Caleb.
Are you allergic to value?
I think I might be allergic to value. This is a debilitating way to find
That's why
out.
you drafted a beatdown deck.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
You're just like, no, I want 1-drops, faces the place.
So you passed your turn, right? Just checking. You passed your
Yeah,
turn.
that's fine, yes,
All right. So now we're gonna go see what we do here. All right, great. Untap, upkeep, and we will draw. Oh. That's some good stuff. We're gonna do
I
that.
keep having
Oh, no.
no reason to do that.
Oh no.
Yes. That's some good stuff. So we're gonna bring in Liliana,
Oh.
Heretical Healer. This is a 2/3 lifelink, and whenever another non-token creature I control dies, exile Liliana, Heretical Healer, then return her to the battlefield transformed under her owner's control. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. That's sweet. That's nice.
Another lifelink?
Well, yeah, it's got lifelink. They don't have lifelink anymore.
Oh, that's true.
So Atraxa flies. I have one flying blocker. All right, so I'm gonna hold that back. Atraxa is a 10/10,
Yep, 10/10 flying vigilance death touch lifelink.
and that's a 6/9.
Nice.
Yes, Carmen, it is nice. I can't block with the Carrion Feeder. It's coming in, and so is the Cordial Vampire.
All right, I will go to blocks.
Yes?
I'm gonna put the Eldrazi spawn in front of the very cordial vampire, and I am actually just going to put Atraxa in front of Carrion Feeder.
Okay. Carrion Feeder is going to sacrifice itself to itself so that you don't get lifelink.
Oh, okay.
When Carrion Feeder does so, I'm going to get some triggers. I've got a trigger from the Cordial Vampire, but I've also got a trigger off of the Liliana. My Liliana flips, and I get a 2/2 zombie. Thank you, Carmen.
Eldrazi spawn is gonna die.
And that actually triggers my Cordial Vampire to put a counter on itself and no other vampires. Isn't Liliana a vampire by now? She's lasted so long. Okay, cool. Second main phase. I'm gonna go down to 2 loyalty and bring back the Carrion Feeder. Pass the turn.
All right, I will untap. Draw the turn. First, I think tap 2 lands and crack a clue.
Okay, that means she didn't draw a good one. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I totally have this one in the bag.
Okay,
It is a wet paper bag, but it is a bag nonetheless.
I'm gonna cast Tyrannid Prime. So this is an 0/4 with Evolve, and it says other creatures you control have evolved. So when it enters the battlefield, I have some triggers. The Monoscallion, now that it has evolved, is going to trigger, and I believe Whining Constrictor will trigger as well. And both of those creatures are gonna get 2+1/+1 counters thanks to Whining Constrictor. And I'm gonna play my last card,
All right.
which is a Swamp. Now
You are officially hellbent.
I am
Damn.
officially hellbent.
Anybody's game.
Thanks, Carmen. Thank you, Carmen.
Okay, so I am going to pay 1, remove a counter from Monoscallion, and I'm gonna target the Angel of Invention.
All right, in response, I'm actually gonna sack it to my Carrion Feeder. That means I've got trigger off of Cordial Vampire. Unfortunately, the Carrion Feeder is not a vampire anymore. Liliana did not do a good job there, so the only counter goes on the
She tried.
Cordial Vampire and 1 on the Carrion
Bless
Feeder.
her heart.
That's all. I believe I will go to combat.
Yay, I have no flyers.
You have no flyers. So I am going to send Atraxa at Liliana,
Uh-huh.
and I will send 6/6 Basking Brewscale and this 6/9 Sweet Gum Recluse at you.
Nice.
No, it's not. I block the bigger creature with the zombie and sack the zombie to the Carrion Feeder to get a counter. And then, of course, I get a counter on the Cordial Vampire. Liliana dies, and I take how much damage?
You are going to take 6, and I am going to gain 10 from Atraxa.
Oh, goody!
So now I get to go up to 18.
I'm at 24, and I feel like I've lost the game.
Well, we'll see.
Yes, we will.
Pass the turn.
That's it. Nothing
Oh,
else.
no,
Nothing
no,
else.
no,
You don't
no,
want to do
no,
anything else?
no.
You want to do anything else?
In my end step.
Yes.
In my end step. It's okay.
Turn ever.
I just casually passed it. In my end step, I have a trigger.
Yep.
Atraxa is going to trigger, and I'm going to put another 2+1/+1 counters on everything that already has.
Oh my god.
And I am going to need more dice.
It seemed like you were at so
This
much
one's
life
on
a
the
couple
house.
turns ago.
Don't spend
Your
it all
board
in
was
one
so
place.
big.
Actually, Carmen, if you think about it, you've created the cubiest cube because your cube needs the most little cubes.
Oh my
In
god,
order. It's a cube.
I hadn't thought about that, but now I'll never ever forget about it.
All right, pass the turn, and good luck.
Good luck. All right. So basically, is this card going to win me the game? Oh, Kalitas. But yeah, I mean, I could also bring in instead Elenda.
Elenda.
Don't you love Elenda?
I
How
love
you
Elenda.
love
I
Elenda?
love her.
All right,
She's
you
my
do,
favorite.
you do. She's gonna be, I think,
So don't put her on the battlefield.
Yes. Okay, she's going on the battlefield.
Okay.
There we go. It's the spite play.
All right.
It's the spite play.
You got it.
And then full plunge,
Okay.
and then good game.
All right. Good game.
There's no way I can win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is not possible. Cool.
If it is the spite play, I think it's actually technically correct to sacrifice her before you concede.
I sacrificed her before I concede.
Well, you sacrifice her, and then you sacrifice
And
the
then I
vampire
concede,
that
yes.
she makes.
Oh, I actually think he missed the trigger out of spite.
Oh.
As the card
The
did
valueless
I'm
Elenda.
already cleaning up my board.
All right.
I'm already cleaning up my board state. All right, you are up against him.
Oh no.
Round 3. All right,
Oh, I should have.
that's fine.
Can we just do round 3 again so I can look in the same direction?
Sure. Round 3.
I looked the wrong way. I'm so sorry.
Round 3. Are you ready to determine who is the Cube champion? Is it the existing Cube champion, Caleb, or the challenging Cube champion, Cube challenger, Haiyue? Now, I want to extend this offer for the third and final round. I'm pulling out a Jack in the Box.
Ooh.
Either one of you may opt to trade your decks for either my or Carmen's decks for the final round. So it's like a poker.
I was so afraid you were about to offer them the deck for the winner.
So whoever wins gets to take Carmen's Proliferate Cube home with them. It's fine. It's fine.
Can I
it's
choose
fine.
Caleb's deck?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Are you both happy with your decks?
I mean, I drafted it.
Yeah. Okay.
kinda
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my deck. I believed last time and Atraxa saved me, so I'm gonna believe again.
It's also imagine you're sitting in the finals of an event. It's just like, hey, do you want one of the decks that lost to these two decks?
Yeah.
Is that what?
I guess I don't know. I'm just trying to mix it up.
Imagine how he's just like, yeah, I'm positive. I could just take Carmen's deck.
But-
she's so dumb and you are so bad.
I actually think your deck is really cool. I enjoy all the sacrifice elements going on,
Yeah.
and I think it's full of really good cards. I would like to play it.
But that's not
yeah, there it is.
I drafted
There it
this
is.
deck.
Whoa.
I would like to see it through.
Love
Okay.
for you to play it.
Oh, beat the same exact matchup you just beat? Yeah.
All right. Well, I just thought maybe you would think like, oh, well, Prof's deck would be a better matchup.
It might be. It might be. It gains a lot of life.
It's okay. I want to play with you even if they don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Who would like to roll first to determine who goes first?
I'll roll.
Okay.
Wait, do you want to?
And then these,
Should we,
and then 2 of these.
eight die odd or even?
No, two is
right.
probably fine.
All
One is
right.
probably fine. You know, you only have to roll 1 die.
Oh, really?
You could roll a die and call odd and say, ask Caleb to call odds or
Alright.
evens.
Odd or even?
Even.
No, 1 die.
One.
6.
6. All right, but that's
Okay.
It's the same no matter how many number of die you roll.
all right. Odd or evens.
I will play!
All right. Proliferate.
There you go. On theme. Shuffle up and play.
The gentle sound of sleeve against sleeve.
It never gets old.
All right, so Caleb, you on the draw, I take it?
No. What is this? Fast ones? We're starting with fast ones?
You're the
Not
one who put
pulling
the
that.
1-drops in your deck. I mean,
I was about to say, what 7 1-drops going? Wow, I didn't know we were doing fast ones. I thought.
But there's a difference between playing a fast one and pulling a fast one. I'm playing, anti-pulling.
so you're not pulling any 1-drops, right? That's what you're saying?
What? All right.
All right,
I would like to play.
sure, you go.
And I would like a good opener. If we're just listing things that we would like.
Well, I would like to win this game.
It's nice to have dreams. I
Thank you.
the sentence got away from me. I was trying to add, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm adding.
I will try it. I'll try it, he said very confidently.
All right, I'll keep as well.
Wooded Foothills, fetch. I'm going to be going to 17,
All right.
grabbing a Sacred Foundry.
Shocking opening move there.
Yes. I'm going to blast from my first game, Acacian Javelineers. 1 mana, 1/1
Yeah,
pinger.
the news.
In
The
my
Hobble
experience,
encounter.
that card is unbeatable.
That's to you.
All right, I'll draw the 10. I will just start off with Savannah and pass.
This is a super well-loved Wooded Foothills that lived in my purse for all of my tournament grinding.
Why was it in your
The
purse?
white around the edge, because it was lucky.
Oh, okay, that's a good reason.
I
was gonna
took it
say.
out, I took it out for a tournament and forgot, and then it just became my thing, you know?
Yeah.
Swing for 1.
Ouch.
I'm going to cast a Nicaeus the Lunarch. Enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters, just one this time. It can also tap to put a 1/1 counter on Nicaeus, or tap to remove a 1/1 counter, put a 1/1 counter on all my other creatures.
That's just such a satisfying card to play with.
It really is. You can get multiple anthems out of it. It just keeps growing as the game goes on. It seems like a fine one to drop here on turn 2. It's also a fine one to play later, because then
Yeah.
you'll pay more for the X later.
It's also from the era when they previewed cards and from the vaults and stuff.
Yes,
They
I
came out,
remember
like,
that.
3 months early.
That was so cool. You would open up the From the Vault, and then it would have a card from the upcoming
Like Sword
set.
and Body and Mind or
Yeah.
whatever, and you're just like, whoa, they're bringing swords back? Okay.
Back to you.
All right, I'll draw. Play Flooded Growth for turn. I guess I will start with this, Masking Brood Scale. The 2/2 hit back. Back to you.
Nice.
Green mana.
Third color.
Yep, Restless Prairie. Creature land, taps for green or white. And it can become a 3/3 with an attacks and anthems the rest of my creatures.
It becomes a llama. What kind of anthem does
Journey to Nowhere, your brood scale. Journey to Nowhere is a 1 and a white enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature. If you ever do answer the journey, you'll get your creature back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack for 1.
I will take 1.
And so I don't forget, I'm just going to pump my Nicaeus right now.
Okay.
Your turn.
Draw off the turn.
I think people really like to do stuff at end of turns, but if you were going to forget an activated ability basically ever, I think it's just better to just do it. Play around yourself, right?
Okay, well, I am going to play a land. Then play out the Monoscallion. And Carmen, I'm going to take revenge for you. By
Avenge me!
And I'm going to immediately kill the Japanese.
Fair enough.
Got to get rid of those Javelineers.
Yeah,
Too powerful.
I'll pass.
From Homelands, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just OP.
Or Fallen
Actually, one
Empires?
powerful.
Oh, were they Fallen Empires?
Just a
It has
1/1.
one
Yeah.
power.
Oh.
I'm going to cast a Quirion Beast Caller. 1 green for a 2/2. When you cast a creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. If it ever dies, I can redistribute the 1/1 counters. Your turn.
Drop the turn. I'll float green and blue. And with the blue mana, I'm gonna cast Witness Protection. I'll target Nicaeus.
Okay, I'll respond by pumping Nicaeus. You did pump my Nicaeus. It's normally a 0/0.
True, that's true. It is not powerful.
That is loosely legitimate business. That is, I think we've gone from legitimate to just business.
Yeah. Okay, and I still have a green floating. I am going to use that green floating. I'm just gonna actually cast Kappa-Tech Cracker. It's a 1/3. It has ninjutsu, but I'm actually just gonna cast it. Comes with a death touch counter, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I can remove a death touch counter from it and exile target artifact or enchantment that player controls.
Like a Journey to Nowhere, for example.
Well, yeah.
As a hypothetical.
Hypothetically, yes. And I'm gonna play a tap land for my turn. And then I think I will pass.
I'm going to cast Experiment 1. It's a 1/1 with Evolve, and you can remove 2 1/1 counters from it to regenerate it. It's going to trigger my next caller, of course. I'm going to serve with Macias. Just 4.
I'll take 4. I'll go to 4.
I'll pass turn.
2 mana up. It's always worrying when your opponent thinks.
Tank.
And then
Pass the turn.
Pass the turn. I'll drop the turn.
Experiment 1. Next up, Experiment 2. And then you untap and can Experiment 3. Like it's a process, you know?
We have some options. I mean,
You want to help?
about it.
I
appreciate your.
I used to make that joke
But,
during every PTQ if my opponent was like hemming and hawing about their sideboard and stuff, and I would like jokingly ask if they wanted help. And I had one opponent when we were 3-1 in a PTQ, and he said, "Yes, please," and he flips his sideboard over and he shoves his deck at me, and I'm just like, we're 3-1 in the PTQ. So like, what am I gonna do? I offered help. So I'm like, okay, well I'm playing Delver, so you probably want to bring your Whip Flares in because they're really good against my Young Pyromancers and Delvers, and then you probably want to cut back on your Mem Knights because they died of my Forked Bolts and stuff. And yeah, that's what I do. Good luck. Anyway.
Who won?
Oh, I beat him.
Good guy, Caleb.
But I stopped offering after that.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I am going to tap 4 mana, and I'm gonna play Ajani Sleeper Agent.
Ooh.
I can plus him to reveal the top card of my library. If it's a creature or planeswalker, I get it in my hand. Otherwise, I can choose to leave it on top or put it on the bottom. The -3 puts 3 +1/+1 counters among up to 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance. And then the -6 is again an emblem. Whenever I cast a creature or planeswalker spell, each opponent gets poison counters. So Ajani resolves?
Resolves.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna +1.
Okay.
Reveal the top card of my library. It's a land. I'm gonna leave that on top.
That's always such a feel bad on the other side where you're just like, you don't even need a good card. You don't even need a spell.
Extremely.
Are you kidding me right now? The best thing you can draw is Verdant Catacombs?
I'm gonna pass.
TOT. I'm going to flash, not Verdant of Loyalty, but the Adventure Ardenvale Fealty instant. Get a 2/2 Night token. This will trigger my Experiment 1, and
Got it.
this will go on an adventure. That Ajani is terrifying.
Nah. He's just a cute, cuddly kitty.
I'm going to be casting this Unbreakable Formation, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be attacking you or that Ajani head there. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
And that's
But
instant
because-
speed.
Instant speed. Well, no.
You said it. You
While
said
it
it.
is an instant, I don't think I can play it as an instant speed on my main phase.
Did you just cast that spell during your draw step?
2 and a white instant. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. And if I play it as a sorcery, they all get 1/1 counters.
You should have played it as a sorcery.
If it helps, you don't even have
Oh.
to play it as a sorcery. You just have to cast it in your main phase. You can even instant speed it
Oh,
during
I
your main
could
phase.
Oh,
respond to
and
one of my
it'll
own
be
spells,
That's
and that would okay, fair
Or
enough.
they try and like kill a Legion War boss before you go to combat, and you just really embarrass them.
At 14, I feel like this is a lot of damage. All
But
right.
you gotta leave me with 1 life because I have Verdant Catacombs.
Oh, right, yes.
He's
Yeah,
very good at leaving you just enough life to pay.
I'm going to send them all at you.
That's
15.
15, and I'm at 14.
Correct.
I don't think I can take all that damage.
I'm not really this anymore, but I used to be the Tolarian tutor, help with all the strategy videos. Anecdotally, if I were writing about this, I would say blocking. It would be a crucial.
Oh, really?
This would appear as an example in Tolarian Tutor. Blocking. When to do it. Now.
Now.
Many Magic players ask the question: when I'm getting attacked for lethal, do I
I
block?
block.
Do I eat
Yes.
my cards? What do I do?
I will just block the 5. Monoscallion dies, and I will take 10 and go to 4.
I am actually very afraid right now, despite putting in 4. It's your turn.
All right, I'll untap. I will draw for the turn. It's the Verdant Catacombs that we knew about.
What a twist!
Surprise! So I'm gonna crack the Verdant Catacombs. Go to 3. It will fetch.
I don't know if I've ever been less excited about my opponent going to 3.
I'll fetch value.
I'm remembering the professor's game when the professor had a bunch of large creatures in play, and then you won.
Well, something like that may or may not be happening here. I'm going to tap 4 mana. And she's back! It's a Traxa! She's back. She is still a 4/4. She still has Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. And I am going to -3 my Ajani. And I'm actually going to put 2 counters on Atraxa and 1 on the Capitec record. Then I'm going to pay 1 green, and I am going to cast Malamute Battleglyph. So this is a sorcery. I'm going to choose Atraxa and a target creature that I don't control. And then if the creature I control enters the battlefield this turn, I can put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then those creatures fight each other. So I'm going to put a counter on Atraxa. She is now a 7/7. And I'm going to have her fight the Knights. So I will gain 7 life when that happens. Go back up to 10.
Nice.
Then, because these two have Vigilance, thanks to Ajani's ability, I'm going to go to combat. And I will attack you with the Capitec record for 2.
I assume you will.
Oh, you're going to take 2, I assume?
Yes.
You're rushing. You're rushing.
right.
Let her savor it. Let her savor what's
Yeah.
about to
There's
happen.
some savoring happening here.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely sense.
Yeah. Okay, so when you take combat damage, I'm going to remove the Death Touch counter from Capitec record and destroy the Journey to Nowhere. Then, I guess all that's left to do is to go to my end step, trigger Atraxa, and I will add +1/+1 counters. And also Ajani is going to get another loyalty.
Do you want to roll up any of Caleb's stuff, just like as a sign of sportsmanship? I don't know. Listen,
I appreciate you trying.
I
appreciate it.
I'm over here. I'm scheming. I'm trying to we could.
Trying to pull a fast one.
Do you want to help us reach Experiment 4? Can we count on your contribution?
No. I decline to acquiesce to your request. Wow, that's an old reference though.
I, looking at my hand of all 4 drops, would like to pass the turn.
Okay, so you're just passing back?
Correct.
All right.
Not like this, Caleb. Not like this.
All right, I'll untap. I will draw for the turn. I'll tap 3, and I'm gonna play Evolution Witness. It's a 2/1. It has Adapt 2, and whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, I'm gonna return target permanent card from my graveyard to my hand.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna -3 Ajani.
Oh, goodbye, Ajani.
Goodbye,
Have a pleasant
Ajani.
Tomorrow.
Goes to the graveyard from state-based effects. And then I'm gonna put 3 +1/+1 counters. I'm gonna put them on Evolution Witness, the Basking Brood Scale, and the Capitec Record. So then I have triggers. When Evolution Witness gets a +1/+1 counter, I'm gonna return a permanent to my hand. I'm gonna return a Ajani.
Oh.
And then when Basking Brood Scale gets a counter, I'm gonna make an Eldrazi Spawn.
I'm starting to feel nauseous again.
Don't you? I thought you loved value.
I am going to go to combat. I'm going to attack just with Atraxa. She's an 8/8 Flying Vigilance.
I am just going to take 8.
I will gain 8 and go to 18.
Okay, I swear, not that I don't have confidence and faith in you, but I just thought Caleb had this game in the bag. And this is such an awesome, now I think you have this game in the bag. So can Caleb turn it around the way you turned it around? Can the tables get turned back to where they were?
You're putting a lot of pressure on me right now.
Sorry. I was just
She's getting giddy.
I cannot
Getting
explain
giddy.
how happy I was when I saw the Verdant Catacomb. I cannot explain. I was like, I just need black mana. Just untap black mana, and next turn is insane.
You leave it on top. I was legit just like, is anyone else getting nauseous in here?
I was
This
like,
is-
oof, Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, really happy.
This is wild.
All right, and then I'm actually going to immediately sacrifice the Eldrazi Spawn for mana and pay 2. And I'm going to cast Ajani Sleeper Agent for the completed cost, paying 2 life. And this time Ajani only comes in with 2 counters, but I'm going to immediately plus him to reveal top card. It's a Tireless Tracker. I will put that in my hand. And then I guess I will go to my end step.
And then?
And Atraxa triggers, I will proliferate onto everything that I own. When Evolution Witness gets a counter, I'm going to get a permanent back to my hand. And I'm actually going to take... Oh, I really want the bird and catacombs.
It pairs so well with Tireless Track.
I know, I'm gonna say bird and catacombs. I'll put that in my hand.
This is wild.
And then the Basking Brute Scale is gonna make another Eldrazi. No pass.
I think I'm going to lose this game regardless, but I do have a very sweet card in my hand that does things, and I would very much like to play it if I can just draw one untapped land. Oh. Hey!
Try not to break your wrist.
I would like to play my land for turn and cast the Crone War.
Oh my goodness.
Which is 3 and a red. Gain control of target creature for as long as the Crone War remains on the battlefield. The second pip of the saga is until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat of Fable. And finally, each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. I will, of course,
Wait,
taking your
I don't know if
Atraxa.
I'm winning anyway. Okay.
Well, you get it back. And then, of course, because Atraxa has changed control, she now has Summoning Sickness and I cannot attack with her this turn.
You've changed, Atraxa.
Yeah,
You've changed.
She now draws 5 cards when she comes.
She's scheming all in due time. All in due time.
All right.
I'm going to go to EOT and proliferate.
Would you like to proliferate onto the Acroma?
I would not. That seems poor for me. I'm just not sure if I proliferate the Atraxa.
This is actually tough. That's a hard one.
I think I do.
I mean,
correct.
if she ever attacks again, you're not winning. I get
It's your turn.
I'll draw my card for turn. I'm actually going to plus a Johnny first. So I'll reveal the top card. It's a land. I'm going to put it on the bottom of my library. Then I will play Tireless Tracker, play the Verdant Catacombs. I will make a clue thanks to Tireless Tracker's ability. And then I think I have to just try and wait until I get my Atraxa back. I will pass the turn back.
Untap.
Good ones, good ones.
Oh no.
I thought, yeah.
Wait.
So I thought I was going to be searching for it. Like,
Yeah,
like
you
I
see
said,
it, you see
I
it,
thought
you
I was
see-
going to have to look for it, is what I was saying.
Oh.
But then I just ripped it.
Oh
Yeah.
no. All right, so this goes to chapter 2.
This does go to chapter 2. The Aquan War goes to chapter 2. Carmen's in shock. Until your next turn.
I'm wondering what this
Extremely
is.
worried.
Until your next turn, creatures you control, opponents control, attack each combat of Fable.
You're hyping it up way too much.
I'm
This is
very
like, this is
upset.
the best restaurant in town. And it's like, yeah, it's all right.
No, you.
All right, let's see it.
Alright,
Let's see it.
let's
Let's
see
see
it.
it. Let's see
I've
it.
got other things to think about. I'm allowed to think.
Yeah,
it's
you
a complicated
You know how
thing.
rare it is for me to see something for the first time in Magic?
In your own cube.
In my, especially in my, like, I've played so much Magic, like, I've never seen anything. We'll see.
But that's one of the best things about
There's
Cube.
no way it's gonna live up to that.
No, but that's
All
one
right.
of the best things about Cube because you end up with all these stories.
Yeah,
From the last time you played it,
True.
and it just becomes part of the mythos of the Cube. It's great.
So I've got some clunky cards that I could play in the middle, but I think it's better to just attack with the Atraxa. I think I'm just going to do
Okay.
that. The Atraxa is going to attack a Johnny, and of course it has Vigilance.
Okay, a Johnny dies.
I'm going to gain 10 life.
Okay.
And go up to 17.
17 plays 16.
On my second main, I have a Convoke creature.
Oh,
That I will be tapping a Johnny for.
Atraxa.
Atraxa.
Or Atraxa, correct. Yeah, my
Okay.
apologies. To play Venerated Loxodon. Venerated Loxodon 4/4 when it comes into the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature that convoked it, which is just Atraxa. At end of turn, I would like to proliferate my Atraxa.
Sure.
Machias will go to 6.
I
Each
see what's
color will go
happening.
to 4.
I see what's happening.
Experiment 1 will go to 4.
Oh no.
Atraxa
Oh god.
will
Okay.
gain go up to 8,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
the Crone War will go to
Oh my
3 and
God.
trigger and say that each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power.
Okay, wait.
Okay, hold on.
On the stack.
On the stack, oh sure.
On the stack, I'm gonna pay 2 to crack this clue
Okay.
and draw a card. All right, you can do your thing. Tyler's track is gonna get
whoa,
a yeah.
whoa.
Tyler's track is gonna get a counter. Yeah, you can do.
I would like to trigger the Crone War. The last chapter, each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power.
Yep.
It looks like there's only one tapped creature here.
Okay.
And it has a power of 12. I think that's enough. Oh, it's got Death Touch anyway. And then I will gain 12 life.
Oh, that's so sick. God.
I had a Doomscar Warrior in hand, which on connection, it can look at the top. It would have looked at 9 cards looking for the Convoke creature, and I was like, oh, maybe I have a way to tap that thing after all. I was like, there's no vehicles in here. How can I possibly tap this thing? Anyway, I am now done. It's your turn.
Okay, in your end step, I will crack the Burning Catacombs. Go to 15. I will get a land. You know, I'm not gonna get to play with this Tropical Island very much longer. I'll get Tropical Island. When it comes in, I will make a clue. And then I'm actually gonna immediately sacrifice the clue, use my Tropical Island and this Eldrazi spawn to draw a card. When I draw a card from the clue, Tireless Tracker is gonna get another counter. Untap for the turn. I will draw. I'm gonna start off by playing a land, which is a forest. When a land comes in, I'll make a clue. So now I have 7 mana. I will tap 5 of it, and I will play Thickest in the Thicket.
Thickest in the
Thickest
thicket.
in the Thicket.
That card is thick.
It is
Yes.
thick,
Thick.
and it is going to make something the thickest. So when it comes in, I'm going to put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, where X is that creature's power. And at the beginning of my end step, draw 2 cards if I control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. I am going to put 4 +1/+1 counters on the Evolution Witness.
Pretty good.
When it gets counters, I'm going to get a permanent from my graveyard back to my hand. I'll give you one guess what that's going to be.
Is she returning?
Oh, it's Burning Catacombs.
Oh, yeah, my favorite
Again,
card.
you did
Yeah, it's going to be a Traxxas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can recast your commander, right? You know?
That's true. I just have to
Pretty
pay
good.
a little bit extra for it each time. And I believe your biggest creature is 7 power. Is that correct?
Correct.
Great. Just what I wanted to hear.
Why?
I don't know if I liked that evil maniacal laugh
What
thing over
a
there.
fun little sentence.
What size is your largest? Perfect.
Every way.
7. Oh, okay.
Okay. And I think I'm actually going to just use 2 to play a Long Tusk Cub.
Okay.
I want a girl with a short skirt and
A long
tusk cub.
Wow, this is a very cat-themed cube. Surprisingly so. Okay, so I'm going to go to combat, and I'm just going to think about what I can actually attack with here.
You don't actually have to think, because the Crone War says until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat fable, and that my next turn has not happened yet, so...
I may or may not have completely forgotten about that, so I am just going to have to swing with everybody.
Is that less than 29 damage?
It's 22 damage.
I'll take it. I'm at 7.
All right. I'll go to my end step. And because I have the creature with the greatest power, I'm going to draw 2 cards. Gotta get my value.
Oh no!
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm going to play Ornithopter, a 0-mana 0/2 flyer. And then I would like to cast Lana and Elena, partners.
Oh my
Roommates, if you will.
Anna and Elena, roommates.
They were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
2/3 first strike reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X/1/1 counters on another target creature, where X is Lana and Elena's power. I'm going to go to my combat and put the counters on my Ornithopter, because that creature will gain haste thanks to Helana's ability, and then I'm going to serve all. Ornithopter ruining a very satisfying Xaxes here by providing an extra 2 points of damage.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, maybe just don't even attack with all your creatures. Like if it's not satisfying.
Well,
like,
hey,
Ornithopter's trying his best.
You are not under the Crone Wars second chapter
Oh,
ability.
you want to figure
I
out.
did think
have to.
But
attack with all of them.
I am playing Naya, so I don't get to
Okay.
think about it. They just all have to go in.
They just have to go in. That's the contract they signed. All right. Okay. Well, I think it doesn't matter, but I guess I will throw my Long Tusk Cub in front of the biggest creature. Then die. Question mark?
I don't think there's a question mark.
Okay. All right. Then I guess I'll die. Good games.
Period. Thanks for the game.
Thank you for the games.
Good games, good cube.
games,
Good
all.
games.
Good games.
We didn't actually play, but good games.
Good games. Yeah. Your deck was terrifying.
God, wow. This is all so much. I know this is usually the part of the episode where we talk some smack about the matches or, something like that. But I really just wanted to express gratitude to Magic, to Professor, to so much that's going on. I think it's so rare you get something that is physical that can represent the communal part of Magic, right? And the Proliferate Cube in particular just has so many different parts of that for me. It's something that helped domino into my love for game design, which naturally translates to my career. It's something that has let me connect with so many different people. I never would have had the opportunity to do so otherwise. It's just something where there's nothing else like it. So much of even the physicality of it is something where I've been able to connect with other people who I can't even speak their language, and they've hooked me up with stamped Pro Tour cards to put in my Proliferate Cube because they know I care about it. And that its ability to transcend barriers in that way is just unbelievable, and I really feel a lot of the love that the community has given me to help me make this sort of thing possible, and it really, really does just mean so much to me. Even the sleeves are something where those are all from an event where you only got 50 or 100 at a time or something like that. And I wasn't even at the event, but people were able to channel them to someone I was close with because they knew I really wanted a bunch of them. Someone who was semi-local to me several years ago mailed me a bunch, and now I have a ton of them again because people know I care about this. It is so amazing to be able to feel that from other people, and I can't express enough gratitude. I can't say thank you to enough people who have listened to me yap about this, who have let me really, really channel a lot of passion into something that is just you can hold. There's nothing else in life that I've been able to get that out of, and I just want to say a huge shout out and a huge thank you to everyone who's helped make that possible.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Today, I have invited absolute luminaries and Jimmy.
Yes!
Because we are doing a Commander boxing game, drafting old Magic the Gathering booster boxes. Feel free to rip open your booster packs and what'd you get?
Cyclone!
Oh!
On the first pack?
Oh, come on!
Prof has no blockers.
Wow.
All
right, I go to 34. If I can find the thing on this
It's a spin down, Prof.
So many basics.
You're basic.
Kathleen.
Oh, are you thinking about sacrificing something?
Just to kill his looter.
It's so rude of you.
I know.
Love your style.
I'm so happy when I said yes to coming up here.